Hello everyone, it's me Jenny and I am at my sister's house and I am going to be talking about the movie Push today. And I'm sorry if you can hear noise, the rabbits are being hoovered out right now, so there's general people moving around the house downstairs and hoover going off, so there we go. Sorry for this background noise. But yeah, so Push is a late thousands-ish, I'm not really sure what date it is, movie starring Chris Evans, and it's wonderfully off-kilter, very smart, very beautifully directed superhero movie. And the reason why this is such a fantastic film, and I've watched it several times, is it's very complicated. The rules of the superhero powers, even though the powers themselves are very classic, telekinesis and fortune telling and predictive psychological powers and all those stuff, even though a lot of it's very stereotypical, the way it's directed and the way that the characters view the world and the way that the powers are kind of explained is complicated enough that it keeps you always guessing. And it's one of those films that the first time you watch it, you'll probably get to the end and be like, that made no sense. Seriously, what? No, that made no sense. While if you watch it 2 or 3 times, which I have, the more you watch it, the more it makes sense. And to me that shows a sign of a really great movie, in that you really have to be actively thinking. It's like, it could just be, you can watch this for a visual standpoint. The action's pretty good, the visuals are phenomenal in this. The direction of photography, the way they use colour, it's constantly bright, vibrant colours throughout, particularly the powers and the sets, the way that it's all set in, just the way that it's set, it's phenomenal. It's set in China, I believe, and just the backdrops and the costumes and just the way that the lighting works, it's so textured and so bright and so vibrant in a way that you rarely get in superheroes, where it's very monochromed. This is very bright, very textured and wonderful to look at, and that kind of goes through with the pace and the vibrancy of the direction and the characters. The characters aren't really the stereotypical heroes. It has a 13-year-old getting drunk in this film, but it's not depressing, but it has that kind of, that mixed kind of feelings with the superheroes. Like, their motivations are not good versus evil, they're much more grounded, and just generally there's a lot I like about this film. I've watched it several times and every time I watch it, it makes a little bit more sense, although it did take a few watching for it to make sense. So can I recommend it as a movie in its own right? That's, like, if you want to watch it and completely turn off your brain and just enjoy the visuals, that's something you can do. If you really want to understand the plot, you're going to have to watch it 2 or 3 times, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it's really well acted, it's really well directed. The animation in this is so well done. The animation and the visual effects is simple and well used and minimal, and just, there's nothing jarring, there's nothing that you're like, oh, that's completely out of the way. Things like, there's the character uses guns, but holds them telekinetically and then has the guns floating around in the environment, and things like the shake on the guns and like little things like that. They're just so well done and so natural in an unnatural setting. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I think the acting's great, the direction's really great. The story, as I said, is complicated, but the more you watch it, the more it makes sense. The music's pretty good, and the acting's really nice as well, and just the set and the atmosphere is what really sells this film. I'm sad it's never going to get a sequel, but I enjoyed it, and I feel like it's enough of a story in its own right. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Feel free to comment. I'm going to go play with some bunnies, and I'll see you guys all very soon. Bye!